Trixie and Katya dolls, well, close enough. Hey cuties, PeachY here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video, that's right, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the official Trixie Mattel doll by Integrity Toys and the unofficial Barbie doll of Katya by Mattel. Officially though, this is known as the new Kylie Minogue doll, and it has a brand new face sculpt also in her likeness, but I feel like enough people have by now stated that this Kylie Minogue doll looks closer to Katya than Kylie, really. So I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to make a video on both these iconic queens. Firstly, packaging. The packaging obviously is very different for these two icons. The Barbie signature packaging is much more simple and sleeker. We have the Kylie Minogue logo here on the front and also on the background of the packaging. Then here for Trixie's packaging, it is definitely much more reusable. I'm definitely going to keep this packaging. It looks so iconic with the kind of 60s flower mod pattern here going all the way around. We have Trixie's logo here as well on the front, ages 15 plus. And then we do have the doll here on the side, a large picture of Trixie as well. And we can see also that she includes some vinyl records. So unlike with Katya, well, Kylie here, who does not have any accessories, the Trixie doll does have a couple of accessories. So overall, you can see here the packaging is definitely very different, but that is to be expected because these are just two completely different dolls at different prices, and they also came out at different in different times. The back of the packaging, you can see here large images of the real life people these dolls are based on. Kylie Minogue here, and then Trixie Mattel here on the left. We have a little bit of a description here for Trixie. You can pause and read. We have another photograph of Trixie actually looking at her doll, which is so fun. We have here a lot of text for the Kylie Minogue doll in different languages. Here's a closer look as well. There's also a closer look at the Trixie packaging without the lid on, as it's very easy to remove, and so there's no glare here. But yeah, that's basically all the packaging for both dolls. So I'd say it's now time to get these icons unboxed. So stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure to support that channel that way. And of course, so you do not miss out when I post more content like this and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. But for now, let's get into it. Okay, firstly, we got Katya. Well, Kylie, Katya here. So this doll is iconic. First of all, she has a certificate of authenticity, which is a black label. So it does give you a good indicator that this is in fact not gold label. This is black label, which is kind of like, I kind of predicted that she would be black label, but at the same time she's expensive, so I thought maybe she's gold label, but no, she's black label. So this doll should not be too rare to or hard to find, because it means that black label means they're usually accessible. But yes, anyway, the only accessory that she includes is this stand, which has a unique base actually, which is nice. So the base has the logo of Kylie Minogue here on the front in red, which is really nice. But the actual stand here is still very bent. I still really dislike these stands because they usually end up looking like the doll is leaning forward. And then of course, with the stand included, we also have the waist clip, which is still around her waist, which I don't want to take off because it was really hard to get on, so I don't want to get it off because it's, you know, it's just perfectly snug on her waist right now. And yeah, but anyway, speaking of the waist clasp, this actually creates a really beautiful silhouette on her. You know, usually the is this organza? I believe this is organza because it's very nice. But this fabric right here, usually without the waist clip, this fabric would be flowing like behind her all the way, you know, basically like a cape. But with the waist clip on, you know, it creates this kind of like back skirt train moment, which I actually prefer. I feel like this looks even better than the cape situation. So ironically enough, I don't think they meant to do this on purpose, but whoever decided to give her the average, you know, waist clip here did us a favor, because this looks even better. This creates, again, like a waist skirt train silhouette, and I feel like this is really iconic. So yes, these are two flaps here on the back, and they are each the same length and width. So Again, I believe this is organza, but it's very nice and soft, very rich and red. And then the actual main portion of the outfit, which, by the way, the entire like bodysuit piece here and this like little piece is one piece. Yes, it's all attached, not separate, unfortunately. So yes, even though the straps do come off here, the actual like shorts piece here, you know, it's attached to the bodysuit. So that you know, that's unfortunate because I do think it would have been really fun to have some layering possibilities here if perhaps the cape or this piece right here could have been separate. But I think it's okay. You know, it's all one piece. It does make sense. But yes, so the outfit is very gorgeous, and getting a closer look here, we do have this visage, this face, which is just, I mean, speaking of gorgeous, like, I don't care who she is. I don't care if she's Katya. I don't care if she's Kylie, but this is an iconic doll. She's giving, I love her. She looks amazing. Some people even say it looks like Taylor Swift. So like, okay, apparently this doll is a just mixture of a lot of people. So this is iconic. I love the makeup. It's very red. We have a hint of gold here as well. We even have like a little bit of glitter on the actual eyeshadow. So yeah, right there you can see. So just lovely details. And then she does have some blushing. She has some striking red lips, beauty mark as well. I think, yeah, blue eyes. She looks like Katya, like 100%. This is Katya disguised as Kylie, you know. It's disguised. Kind of actually that's kind of like very accurate. But I love the hairstyle. It's short, you know, it is, but it's so soft. I just kind of like brushed it through and it looks amazing now. We do have a mixture of light blonde with like kind of like a medium brown mixed in here on the hair rooting. It creates this kind of like natural ombre of blonde. So yeah, and even the head is actually painted brown to kind of create roots. So that's very nice. And there goes my flash of my camera. So yay. Anyway, so hopefully that's okay still. But we do have a couple of highlights here underneath that are red, which I love. And that is basically her face and her hair, which again, I feel like turned out really good. Here's a close-up of the actual bodysuit, which again is really nice. It's just one piece. We do have long sleeves here, and you know, the one thing that I will say is that she does have painted on red hands. So the hands are painted on. They're not gloves, unfortunately, but I do think at least them being painted on does create a better illusion of like gloves. But of course, if you do want to rebody her, that means that you're going to be left with a body here that has red hands. So it is, you know, a pro and con, I guess. Like I mentioned, we have the kind of like over piece here that kind of goes over her shoulders. We have this waist piece right here. It kind of like creates a flare, which I love. Here are her boots, which again are not fabric like the oak was. One of a kind version of this doll had the fabric boots. These are plastic molds, which I think is okay. I kind of hate how big they look if you want to bend her knee. So yeah, the plastic is very flexible, but I do like how the eyelets here are all silver, which is very nice, at least. The bottoms are painted black, so that is something, if you can see. Yes, the heels are visually, it looks like they're kind of like attached separately. So you can see here, the heels are almost like coming off, you know. This one, not so much, but like, you know, there's like almost like a rip happening here. So I'm honestly not sure what happened. You know, I guess they attached the heels separately, but like that's kind of weird. So I'm kind of scared about the stability of the heels. But anyway, they look good. And here's the back also of her outfit, which is again Velcro all the way around. And you can see here that these two kind of like flaps would create a cape silhouette if the waist clasp was not attached. So yes, anyway, that was Katya. Well, Katya slash Kylie slash Taylor Swift, apparently. But I love her. I think she came out great. Bill Greening really did an amazing job here with this doll. Again, regardless of if you think it looks like Kylie or Katya or whoever, this is just really a stunning doll. Is she overpriced? Yes. Yes, she is. But don't worry, since she is a Black Label doll, she should be on sale very soon anyway, so that'll be very good. But I did pay like, I don't know, like 70 euros or something. She was expensive, but worth it to me because she really is just a really good doll. Then we have a Trixie Mattel herself. This is an official Trixie Mattel doll done by Integrity Toys. Now, she was released way back when in 2022, 4 years ago. Oh my gosh. And I believe she was priced around 100 US dollars at the time. Now, I did pay a little bit more on her on eBay, but she, not too much more, but she was definitely worth every penny because wow, look at her quality. I mean, just... I can't look at her. She's stunning. So first of all, she does have a unique guitar here, which is hollow. You know, the hollow guitar here, but it is pink. We do have black details here. There's actual strings, you know, actual strings here. And additionally to these strings, we also have, you know, these, like this one right here is kind of like falling apart. Like you can see this notch is kind of like broken, so it's very delicate. But we even have the Trixie Mattel logo right there. Again, the strings are getting me. Like, this is kind of insane. But we also have the strap here, which is actual like ribbon with an actual like a buckle here in silver. Like, what? And then we do have even an extra pair of hands. So these are the actual hands that she came wearing, but I switched them with these. So these are the hands that I guess you would use to have her hold the guitar, which is very fun. Then we even have a orange ring and some, you know, pink hoop earrings, which are both like actual metal, but they're painted in these colors. So I don't even want to put these on the doll because metal does oxidize over time. Am I right? So if I put these in her head and I forget that they're metal, one day I'll look at her doll and, you know, I'll be like, oh, she's green. Like, so I don't want that to happen. So then we do have lastly her stand, which is the base is like acrylic or something. It's see-through. It's very thick, very heavy. Well, you know, it's heavy enough, you know, it's a substantial piece. It has the Trixie logo once again here in like a shimmery pink. And then we have the stand, which is this like rod, which does extend here, right there, to make it taller. I don't like this stand. It kind of makes it really easy for her to fall, which, yeah, so that is not ideal, but it does its job, I guess, well enough. So yeah, but now we get to Trixie herself, and oh my gosh, I actually got emotional. Like, she's just so perfect. Like, in person, like unboxing her, I was stunned. Her articulation is so smooth. Like with Barbie, sometimes there are like, you know, like little knacks you have to get right, you know, how to articulate. But like here, she's not double jointed, but it almost feels like she is double jointed. Like, she can bend really smoothly, and like she can like make really nice poses. And again, I love the hand sculpting here. The longer nails, like, are you kidding me? And they're pink. Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm loving her. And then she does have articulation also on the torso here, on the bust, and then of course she also has articulation at the knees and at the hips. So yeah, she has this amazing outfit on, which is unique to this doll, that was made specifically for this doll, for Trixie. Here is the face of Trixie. And again, the makeup is so on point. It is so Trixie. She has actual lashes on here, which are really beautifully added. We have her contouring, which again is just so well done, especially for like doll scale. Like, I love that. Her lipstick is again on par. It looks amazing. And then we have her huge bump here, which is heavily gelled, but you know, it should be. It's just perfect. We have a little bow here in ribbon that matches the entire pattern of her dress. Yes, yes, yes. I love a matching pattern on an outfit. And then the rest of the hair is kind of like pulled up here into this small ponytail. And then the rest is kind of just flowing back behind her. Now, again, she was in the packaging for, I guess, a couple years. She had a hairnet on, which I love hairnets. I will definitely be putting the hairnet back on her after this video. But here is the hair and how it looks like on the back. It's not stiff, but it feels like it's been in such a specific shape for so long that it's kind of just, you know, it's just shaped like this now. So, but the curls are beautiful. There's no product. And here's the higher portion of the ponytail. So yeah, I'm not going to touch this too much. I think the curls came out perfectly. But here is a closer look at the back of her dress. You can see here, there's no Velcro. These are you know, little clips here, metal clips that keep the dress closed. We have two, I believe. And then the belt also is separate, which is iconic. So I'm loving that. But yeah, the dress goes past her bum, and then we do have even some little shorts underneath, which is like, what? That is so adorable. Does have tights on, which are also like skin tone. Flipping her around again, we have the front, which has a V shape here. For the top half, again, this does have the torso, the movement right here. You can move her around, so that's nice. And then these sleeves are so flowy. Love these bell sleeves. They are lined. The entire, like the sleeves are lined and the dress is lined. So love that. Again, the feeling of this dress is so soft and I love the fabric. The pattern here is just so iconic. Her hands, again, look at how dainty they look. I'm loving the long nails, the pink manicure. Like, I love how she can be posed like this, you know, like that's so elegant. I'm loving it. Yeah, the belt buckle here in silver. It's white pleather, I believe. So this might, you know, fray. It might disintegrate over time, but hopefully not. It does feel like a good quality, very sturdy. So let's see. But then we move on to her shoes, and these are essentially like some white go-go boots. They are real fabric, you know, so not plastic. And they are just so well made. You know, we have the platforms also in white. And you can see here just all the craftsmanship, you know, going into these. But then we flip her around again and you can see that one of these boots has a couple of like yellow spots here. Now, I'm not sure what that actually is because from my knowledge, this doll was new in box, and so I don't think someone played with her and then put her back in box. Like all the tape was still there. So all the ribbons. So this might just be glue that kind of like turned yellow over time. But then what about this boot? The glue here should also be turning yellow. So I'm not sure why only this one is turning yellow, specifically if it is the glue. So again, I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe if you also have the Trixie doll, you can let me know if this is a common issue with boots by Integrity Toys or if it's just my doll. But yeah, the actual quality is still good. There's no rips. It's very well made. And then we have the smallest zipper in the world here in the back to kind of like get the boots on and off, but I will not be touching those. I'm keeping them on her for life. But yeah, that is basically Trixie, and like I said, I love her dearly. I think she is a stunning doll. She's my favorite. I love having her, and she's actually, fun fact, she's my second Integrity Toys doll. I only had one doll before her, and now she's my second one. So yeah, Integrity Toy dolls are so expensive. That's why I've kind of like limited myself, but I just knew I had to get her, and the timing couldn't be better because yeah, now we got a duo unboxing with Katya and Trixie. So it was meant to be. And that does it for my unboxing review of the iconic duo that is Trixie and Katya with, well, the substitute official Kylie Minogue doll here representing Katya, basically. So it's so funny, you know, it's so funny, like this is Katya, but officially this is Kylie Minogue. And either way, you know, this doll, Kylie, Katya, whoever this is, this girl right here, she's an icon. She's a queen. Love the face. Again, new face mold. Looks good. Looks great. The makeup looks amazing. Love the, you know what? I love the short hair. Usually I prefer long hair on dolls, but here, the short hair, it eats. It looks amazing on her. I love the flip. I love the red highlights, you know? It looks very natural, very like natural blonde with this, with, you know, the actual like, head here. The actual head is painted brown. So like I love that they're kind of like trying to emulate dark roots, you know? So this doll, she's amazing. Whether Kylie or Katya, you know, what, I don't care. She's an icon. I love her. And I also kind of like how the waist clip kind of creates this, you know, poof behind her. Like these flaps would be like all around her, but with the waist clip, it kind of creates this skirt. So I kind of actually love that. Like that actually looks even better. Like as a silhouette, this is kind of like even better. And then of course we have the official Trixie doll, which, I mean, come on. It's Integrity Toys. It's Trixie. Like, what more do you want? This is one of my favorite dolls ever. Like, I knew I was gonna like her. I knew I was gonna like her, but like this, is outstanding. She is stunning. She was worth every penny. Like, I'm in love. Like, she's amazing. Love the lashes. The hair, it feels like massive, but like so good quality. The hands are so dainty, and I can actually pose her like really nicely here. The fabric of the dress is lovely, and her articulation is just amazing. Yeah, so I think overall, Trixie obviously is my favorite in any case, but Trixie here as the doll version of herself looks amazing. So yeah, I think these two are some iconic dolls, and if you do have the Trixie doll, and you were wondering like, should I get the the Katya Kylie doll? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Definitely, you should. You'll thank me later once you have them in person and you can take photos. Like, this is just iconic. You know, again, whether Kylie or Katya, this doll next to her, they're giving, and you cannot tell me this is not the Bold and the Beautiful. Like, this is Trixie and Katya. Like, this is iconic. So I am absolutely loving this, and yes, I'm so happy. Perhaps one day we'll get an official Katya doll by Integrity Toys, but until then, this doll will be a nice substitute. What do you think? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. A link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support that channel that way, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.